This is amazing. It's a great platform to have conversations like we're having about the topics that you're picking for your guests. I was telling people in my office today, I'm doing this amazing podcast tonight.
Oh, thank you.
About things that, and I love other podcasts, not talking bad about any podcast, but your platform gives us an opportunity to really let our guard down. And I mean, I've never told anybody in public about that experience with my dad. And on your platform, I don't know why I did that, because it's so comfortable and we're talking about things that matter.
Man, this was incredible. You know what?
Wow.
Like Jock and Jeff and everybody said it on the introduction and everything. This is different. The questions that you ask, you really have to think about it. It's like you have to think about it and then stop and then think about it again, and so we know what we truly want to talk about. And I love it, man, because it got me thinking. It got me thinking like I was back in school again. It was like an educational moment. Trying to like a science test or a math test, something like that, where you're trying to compete against everybody in the classroom. So, man, this is beautiful. You're doing a great job, Avi, Jason, and Joe with the judge and everybody. This is magnificent, man. And I like this. I enjoyed myself to the fullest, and I can't wait to come back on. I can't wait to see more of the people on here and talking about what I don't even know where you come up with these questions. I want to know how you do these. You're so innovative. I'm like, look. I mean, your mind is good. Like you say, you're a history teacher, and your mind is going all over the place. So man, I love it. I enjoy myself. Like Trish said, I can stay on here for 3 hours, but my son comes on in about another 5-10 minutes, so I got to watch.
Absolutely.
But there was this feeling of competition when I got on board there, when we started the show, and then it became for me more educational, and it was like I forgot the competition. I really started enjoying it like a fun show to listen to, and so you're really bringing something to the table that's absolutely amazing, Avi.
Every athlete that I've ever met has the thing that you have and I have, where we can see beyond our own nose. They would love this show. How do we get all of the academics, the athletes, to watch this? What do we need to do to push the narrative of there's something out here that's entertaining over what you see on the internet and what you see on mainstream television? There is nothing that was on TV tonight that even remotely rivals what we did on this broadcast.
You showed us your heart and soul, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I really do love what you're doing, and it's so different and unique. It's not like your everyday podcasts and whatnot. So it's really cool, and it's actually how originally I was asking you questions like, do I just talk? Like, it's actually cool, because I was a little nervous about that at first, because I didn't want to like ramble too much, but it's nice to just talk and not hear just hear your own voice for a little while. This way you don't get interrupted. So it's really awesome. I had a lot of fun, so thank you.
Sort of the magical thing that you're creating here. I mean, this is amazing. You're bringing together a lot of people who have had that little bite of that apple, have had that little bite of success and
sure
like that. And they tend to be forgotten, as we all move on and careers change and people retire and all of that stuff, sometimes people start to feel unseen,
That's very true.
And so you bring your platform here, it sees people, you see people, and you don't only see people, and you dig deep and you go in and you find these old pictures and these old stories, and you do your research, and it makes people feel special. And I thought when the first time you did it with me, that I thought that you did that for me. And the coolest thing was whenever I started realizing you don't just do that. You did this for me. You do that for every single person in this tournament. You've done that for.
How do you have a competition about philosophical question? It's not a competition. And yet, in this environment, this thing has drawn me out of myself and thereby drawn me into myself in some way. And I'm very grateful to you, Avi, and to Michael, and to Ray.
Thank you for joining us tonight, my friend.
No problem, brother. I had a great time. And
Likewise.
You're doing it, man.
Thank you.
You're doing it, brother. You're doing something like you and I have always talked about, outside the box. Thinking outside the box. And on top of that, entertaining people at the same time. And on top of that, educating people at the same time. And with all that rolled into one, Avi, you can't lose, bro.
It means a lot to me.
You can't lose.
I can't lose because you're in my
The
life.
participants love it.
Thank you.
The audience loves it. And you're getting something that you can't get anywhere else.
And I'll tell you quite honestly, I'm trying to retire. I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to end it all. And you're the first person publicly I've told that to. That let me just say this to you. And here's a quote for you, and this is strictly for you, Avi, nobody else. I created Jesse Ventura, and I'll be the one to kill him. Yeah, no, it's terrific, and it's fun, and keep bringing diverse personalities together. I think that's great. And it's also wonderful to hear people talk sanely to each other today.
Yes.
Where you can have differences of opinion,
yes,
and not have to worry about getting a shiv stuck in your back.
Take my hats off. I don't have on right now, but my hats off to you, because when you could stay on and do this, I could have stayed on for hours more. I love different topics, and you letting us speak and just reaching other things we never ever spoke about. That's what make interviews fun, not doing the same monotonous stuff. So hats off to you, man. Appreciate you.